Namaste. Welcome back to Samskriti. We are in the third sarga of Yuddha Kandam in the Adhyatma Ramayanam series. The fortunate Vibhishana, along with his 4 ministers, went to the place where Rama was and stationing himself in the sky, he said aloud, O Lord, Rajiva Lochana, O lotus-eyed Rama, I am Vibhishana, the brother of Ravana, who has abducted your wife. Being expelled by my brother, I am now seeking shelter and refuge in your feet. O noble one, I spoke words that are beneficial to Ravana, who is bent on improper conduct. I advised him again and again to return Sita to you, but being under the spell of impending death, he wouldn't listen to me. On the other hand, the heinous demon approached sword in hand to kill me. So I have left the place with my 4 ministers and seeking liberation from samsara, I have come to take your shelter. Hearing these words of Vibhishana, Sugriva said, O Rama, we should not believe this notorious Rakshasa, an expert in magical tricks. Besides, he is the brother of Ravana, looks strong, and is accompanied by ministers bearing arms. He will kill us when he gets an opportunity. So, O Lord, order me to have him executed by our monkey guards. I think this will be a proper and wise course of action. Do tell us what you think is right. On hearing Sugriva's words, Rama smiled and said, O monkey leader, at my will I can destroy the entire universe along with its Lokapalas in half a second and can create them equally easily in the same time. Thus, being the Lord of all, I am giving this demon freedom from all fear as a blessing. Bring that Rakshasa soon before me. It is my principle to give shelter to anyone who comes to me, saying even once, I am yours. Thereupon, Sugriva brought Vibhishana and presented him to Rama most cheerfully. Vibhishana prostrated before Rama and with palms joined in salutation and in a voice choked with intense devotion, he began to chant a prayer in praise of Rama, who is peaceful and tranquil and serene, whose lotus face always remains benign and cheerful, who is large-eyed and blue in complexion, and who was equipped with bow and arrow and accompanied by Lakshmana. Vibhishana now said, O King of Kings, O Rama, I bow before you, the one who gladdens Sita's heart, the invincible and formidable archer, I bow before you. O the one who is compassionate and endearing towards his devotees, I bow before you. O Rama, you, the infinite being of unlimited brilliance, who is a friend of Sugriva and the lord of Raghu's clan, I repeatedly bow before you. You, the cause of creation, sustenance, and dissolution of the universe, the preceptor of the 3 worlds, to you, the primeval householder, being the lord of Prakriti from time immemorial, to you who preceded all the worlds, you are the cause of the worlds, you sustain it, and into you it dissolves. Your will is unobstructed by anything. O Raghava, you pervade both inside and outside the whole creation, consisting of the 5 elements, and as a result, the whole universe is a manifestation of your own self. Carried away by the power of your Maya, the Jivas, steeped in ignorance, devoid of discriminative power and subject to the merits and demerits, revolve in the samsara of birth and death. Until one knows you with a purified mind, which does not go after anything other than you, the Jiva perceives this universe as real, just as silver is seen in the oyster shell by one under illusory perception. O Vibho, it is because man is ignorant of you and your true form that he remains ever attached to the sons, wives, and relatives and takes delight in all these objects of the senses, which will ultimately bring him only sorrow. O Purushottama, you are verily Indra, Agni, Yama, Raksha, Varuna, Vayu, Kubera, and Rudra. You are subtler than the subtlest atom and bigger than the grossest of creations. You are the father, mother, the nourisher, as well as the bearer of the entire creation. You are without a beginning, a middle, or an end, and are uniformly complete, eternal, and limitless. You are devoid of hands and legs, as well as have no eyes and nose. But still, O slayer of Khara, you are the one who hears all, sees all, and are very swift and agile. You are beyond the limitations of the five koshas, that is, the sheaths of the jiva, and are beyond the limitations of the gunas, requiring no support other than yourself. You are the unmodified, changeless, and formless being, having no one to lord over you. You are free from the six transformations which all objects undergo, that is Utpatti, Vriddhi, Parinama, Kshaya, Jirnata, and Nasha. Without a beginning and transcending Prakriti, you, out of your own mysterious power, has appeared as a man. Knowing you, who are unlimited by the gunas, devotees attain liberation through the ladder of genuine devotion to you, leading to the summit of illuminating knowledge. I am a devotee seeking this attainment. Salutations to you, O Sitapati, enemy of Ravana, and the most merciful one. Lift me out of this ocean of samsara. Pleased with Vibhishana, Rama, the lover of devotees, said to him most delightedly, O Vibhishana, may you attain what is auspicious. Seek whatever boon you want. I am the bestower of boons on devotees. Vibhishana replied, O Raghava, I am most blessed by your darshana and have obtained the object of my seeking. I have already become liberated with the darshana of your holy feet. O Rama, there is none in the whole world more privileged, fortunate, and blessed as I am, because I have been able to see your holy form. O Raghunandana, for the breaking of my bondage of karma, bestow on me knowledge of yourself, characterized by devotion and the capacity of meditation on you, which leads one to this attainment. I do not seek any worldly happiness. My only desire is to have that form of devotion that gives one continuing attachment for your holy feet. Rama became pleased with Vibhishana and said, O noble one, listen, I shall tell you one of my most certain but undisclosed principles. Along with Sita, I forever dwell in the hearts of yogis who are devoted to me, who are without worldly longings and whose minds are ever settled in peace. Therefore, you who are peaceful and devoid of all sins and impurities will, through meditation, be rescued from this terrible ocean of samsara. Whoever reads this stotra of yours on me, writes or hears it, will obtain my favor and attain Sarupya. Then, turning to Lakshmana, he continued, O Lakshmana, let him experience the fruit of association with me even now. I am going to anoint him on the throne of Lanka. Bring water from the ocean for the ceremonial bath. So long as the sun, the moon, and the earth exist, so long as my story prevails in this world, he shall rule over the land. With these words, Ramapati had Lakshmana bring water in a pitcher, that is Kalasha, and got Vibhishana anointed on the throne of Lanka by having the ceremonial bath performed by the ministers and by Lakshmana. All the monkeys acclaimed it in great joy, and Sugriva, embracing Vibhishana, said, O Vibhishana, all of us are servants of Rama, the Paramatma. Among them, you have the distinction that you have taken his shelter and refuge only due to your devotion for him. Now you can help us all in the destruction of Ravana. Vibhishana replied, How can I be of any help to Rama, who is Paramatma? Still, whatever service I can do in that direction according to my capacity, I shall do with all sincerity and with the spirit of true devotion. Right at that time, a Rakshasa named Shuka, deputed by Ravana as a spy, addressed Sugriva, standing aloft in the sky. He said, Ravana, the king of Rakshasas, treats you like his own brother. He has sent you a message, which is, You are born in a higher clan and illustrious line and are the king of all monkeys. And you are like a brother to me. I have done no harm to you. That I have abducted the wife of the prince of Ayodhya is of no consequence to you. Therefore, you should return to Kishkindha with your army of monkeys. Lanka cannot be approached even by the celestials, much less by weak men and monkeys. On hearing the words of Shuka, all the monkeys at once jumped up, caught hold of him, and were about to strike him with their hard fists. The Rakshasa Shuka, on being fisted by the monkeys, said to Rama, O Rajendra, a messenger should not be killed, so please stop these monkeys. Hearing this plea for mercy, Rama ordered the monkeys not to attack him. Now Shuka again ascended the sky and addressed Sugriva, O king, I am about to depart. Tell me what I should tell Ravana on your behalf. Sugriva now gave out the following message in reply. O evil Rakshasa, just as my brother Vali was killed, you, along with your sons and armies, will be destroyed. Stealing the wife of Rama, how can you now escape? After that, he caught hold of Shuka, but on the instructions of Rama, he had him imprisoned. Prior to Shuka, another Rakshasa called Shardula had observed the army of the monkeys and had made a realistic report of the state of affairs to Ravana. It made Ravana think deeply and stay in his palace, giving out deep sighs of anxiety. Meanwhile, here Rama glared at the ocean with eyes reddened by anger and said to Lakshmana, O Lakshmana, look at this evil minded ocean. I have come to its shore, but he has not even wished me after seeing me. He might be thinking, what can these human beings do with the help of monkeys? O brave one, look, today I shall dry up this ocean. The monkeys will then march fearlessly over the bed of the ocean. Saying this, with eyes glowing with anger, Rama strung his bow and took an arrow out of its quiver and fixed it on the bowstring. It was glowing like the fire of cosmic destruction. Pulling the bowstring, he said, Let all the beings witness the power and potential of Rama's arrow. I shall now dry up the ocean, the meeting ground of all the rivers. As Rama uttered these words, the whole earth shook along with its mountains and forests, and the sky above trembled. All the quarters were covered by darkness. The sea, out of fear, became turbulent and moved 1 yojana from the shore. Terror overtook all the aquatic creatures like sharks, whales, alligators, and fish. Then the Lord of the ocean appeared in a divine form, bedecked with various ornaments and spreading his lustre all around. He carried in his hands various kinds of beautiful precious gems deposited within him and made a presentation of them at Rama's feet. Then he made prostrations to Rama and appealed to him, O Rama, Triloka Rakshaka, protector of the 3 worlds, Jagannatha, Lord of the universe, save me, protect me, O Rama. You, who are the creator of the world, made me dull in spirit. Say, how can I change the temperament and natural tendency that you yourself have given me? All the 5 basic elements you had created at the time of creation are all gross or inert. They cannot violate or supersede your orders. O Rama, out of the tamasa ahankara, the I sense of dullness, all the elements have originated. That dullness, characteristic of their cause, persists in them all by nature. O Lord, when you, who are attributeless and formless, playfully accept the qualities of Maya, you are called the Virat Purusha. Out of the Virat Purusha, characterized by gunas, the divine sages like Sanaka were born of the constituent Sattva element. The lords of creation like Manu and others of the Rajas element, and Rudra, the lord of elementals, out of the guna called Tamas. How can I, a creature with dull intelligence and stupid by nature, understand you who transcends the gunas when you cover yourself with Maya and sport as a human being? O Lord, punishment alone can bring stupid beings into the right path, just as a stick is required to keep animals on the right track. O Bhaktavatsala, I seek shelter in your feet. O Rama, give me your protection. I shall give you the right of passage to Lanka. Thereupon, Rama said, referring to his raised arrow, This arrow of mine cannot go in vain. Hence, show me the target to which it should be directed. Quickly show me that target, for this missile must necessarily strike one. The Lord of the great ocean, on hearing the urgency in Rama's words and seeing the formidable arrow in his hand, told him, O Rama, there is a place called Drumakulya, north of here. There are many sinful creatures residing there. They give me trouble day and night. Let the arrow be shot there. Rama's arrow was then released, and it destroyed that whole district inhabited by the cowherd community and returned to its quiver. Thereafter, the Lord of the ocean, in all humility, said to Rama, Among these monkey followers of yours, there is one named Nala, who is an offspring of Vishwakarma, the heavenly architect. Let him build a bridge over the water. By virtue of the boon given to him by Brahma, he will be capable of doing this. Let all the worlds sing your praise for this great achievement. Then, after making prostrations to Rama, the spirit of the ocean disappeared. Then Rama, along with Sugriva and Lakshmana, ordered Nala to start the construction of the bridge with the help of the other monkeys. Rejoiced at this command, Nala, with the help of mountain-sized monkey leaders, built a bridge that was strong and steady with huge rocks and trees extending for 100 yojanas. On this note, this sarga ends. Let's move on with the chanting now. Adhyatma Ramayane Yuddhakande Tritiyah Sargah Shri Mahadeva Uvacha Vibhishano Mahabhagaschaturбhirmantribhis sah Agatya Gagane Rama Sammukhe Samavasthitah Uchchairuvacha Bhoswamin Rama Rajivalochana Ravanasyanujoham te Daraharturvibhishanah Namna Bhratra Nirastoham Tvameva Sharanangatah Hitamuktam Maya Devatasya cha Viditatmanah Sitam Ramaya Vaidehim Preshayeti Punah Punah Uktopi na shrunotyeva kalapashavashangatah Hantum mam khadgamadaya Pradravadrakshasadhamah Tato chirena sachivaihi Chaturbhis sahito bhayat Tvameva bhavamokshaya Mumukshus sharanangatah Vibhishana vachashrutva Sugrivo vakyam abravit Vishwasarho na te Rama Maya virakshasadhamah Sita hartur visheshena Ravanasyanujo bali Mantribhis sayudhairasman Vivare nihanishyati Tadajñapaya me deva Vanarairhanyatamayam Mamaivam bhati me Rama Buddhya kim nischitam vada Shrutva sugriva vachanam Ramasasmitam abravit Yadichami kapisreshtha Lokan sarvan saheshwaran Nimishardhena samhanyam Srijami nimishardhatah Ato maya bhayam dattam Shigramanaya rakshasam Sakrideva prapannaya Tavasmiti cha yachate Abhayam sarva bhutebhyo Dadamye tadvratam mama Ramasya vachanam shrutva Sugrivo hrishtamanasah Vibhishana mathanaya Darshayamasa raghavam Vibhishanastu sashtangam Pranipatya raghutamam Harshagadgadaya vacha Bhaktya cha parayanvitah Ramam shyamam vishalaksham Prasanna mukhapankajam Dhanurbana shantam Lakshmanena samanvitam Kritanjali puto bhutva Stotum samupachakrame Vibhishana uvacha Namaste Rama Rajendra Namas Sita Manorama Namaste Chandakodanda Namaste Bhaktavatsala नमोऽनन्ताय शान्ताय रामायामिततेजसे सुग्रीवमित्राय च ते रघूणां पतये नमः। जगदुत्पत्तिनाशानां कारणाय महात्मने त्रैलोक्यगुरवे नादिगृहस्थाय नमो नमः। त्वमादिर्जगतां राम त्वमेव स्थितिकारणं त्वमन्ते निधनस्थानं स्वेच्छाचारस्त्वमेव हि चराचराणां भूतानां बहिरन्तश्च राघव व्याप्य व्यापकरूपेण भवान् भाति जगन्मयः त्वन्मायया हृतज्ञाना नष्टात्मानो विचेतसः गतागतं प्रपद्यन्ते पापपुण्यवशात् सदा तावत् सत्यं जगद्भाति शुक्तिकारजतं यथा यावन्न न्यायते ज्ञानं चेतसानन्यगामिना त्वदज्ञानात् सदा युक्ताः पुत्रदारगृहादिषु रमन्ते विषयान् सर्वानन्ते दुःखप्रदान् विभो त्वमिन्द्रोऽग्निर्यमो रक्षो वरुणश्च तथानिलः कुबेरश्च तथा रुद्रस्त्वमेव पुरुषोत्तम त्वमणोरप्यणीयांश्च स्थूलात् स्थूलतरः प्रभो त्वं पिता सर्वलोकानां माता धाता त्वमेव हि आदिमध्यान्तरहितः परिपूर्णोऽच्युतोऽव्ययः त्वं पाणिपादरहितश्चक्षुश्रोत्रविवर्जितः श्रोता द्रष्टा गृहीता च जवनस्त्वं खरान्तक कोशेभ्यो व्यतिरिक्तस्त्वं निर्गुणो निरुपाश्रयः निर्विकल्पो निर्विकारो निराकारो निरीश्वरः षड्भावरहितो नादिः पुरुषप्रकृते परः मायया गृह्यमाणस्त्वं मनुष्य इव भाव्यसे ज्ञात्वा त्वां निर्गुणमजं वैष्णवा मोक्षगामिनः अहं त्वत्पादसद्भक्तिनिःश्रेणीं प्राप्य राघव इच्छामि ज्ञानयोगाख्यं सौधमारोढुमीश्वर नमः सीतापते राम नमः कारुणिकोत्तम रावणारे नमस्तुभ्यं त्राहि मां भवसागरात् ततः प्रसन्नः प्रोवाच श्रीरामो भक्तवत्सलः वरं वृणीष्व भद्रन्ते वाञ्छितं वरदोऽस्म्यहम् विभीषण उवाच धन्योऽस्मि कृतकृत्योऽस्मि कृतकार्योऽस्मि राघव त्वत्पाददर्शनादेव विमुक्तोऽस्मि न संशयः नास्ति मत्सदृशो धन्यो नास्ति मत्सदृशः शुचिः नास्ति मत्सदृशो लोके रामत्वन्मूर्तिदर्शनात् कर्मबन्धविनाशाय त्वज्ञानं भक्तिलक्षणं त्वध्यानं परमार्थं च देहि मे रघुनन्दन न याचे राम राजेन्द्र सुखं विषयसम्भवं त्वत्पादकमले सक्ता भक्तिरेव सदास्तु मे ओमित्युक्त्वा पुनः प्रीतो रामः प्रोवाच राक्षसं शृणु वक्ष्यामि ते भद्रं रहस्यं मम निश्चितं मद्भक्तानां प्रशान्तानां योगिनां वीतरागिणां हृदये सीतया नित्यं वसाम्यत्र न संशयः तस्मात् त्वं सर्वदा शान्तः सर्वकल्मषवर्जितः मां ध्यात्वा मोक्ष्यसे नित्यं घोरसंसारसागरात् स्तोत्रमेतत्पठेद्यस्तु लिखेद्यः शृणुयादपि मत्प्रीतये ममाभीष्टं सारूप्यं समवाप्नुयात् इत्युक्त्वा लक्ष्मणं प्राह श्रीरामो भक्तभक्तिमान् पश्यत्विदानीमेवैष मम सन्दर्शने फलम् लङ्काराज्येऽभिषेक्ष्यामि जलमानयसागरात् यावच्चन्द्रश्च सूर्यश्च यावत्तिष्ठति मेदिनी यावन्मम कथालोके तावद्राज्यं करोत्वसौ इत्युक्त्वा लक्ष्मणेनाम्बो ह्यानाय कलशेन तं लङ्काराज्याधिपत्यार्थम् अभिषेकं रमापतिः कारयामास सचिवैः लक्ष्मणेन विशेषतः साधु साध्विति ते सर्वे वानरास्तुष्टुवुर्भृशम् सुग्रीवोऽपि परिष्वज्य विभीषणमथाब्रवीत् विभीषण वयं सर्वे रामस्य परमात्मनः किङ्करास्तत्र मुख्यस्त्वं भक्त्या रामपरिग्रहात् रावणस्य विनाशे त्वं साहाय्यं कर्तुमर्हसि विभीषण उवाच अहं कियान् सहायत्वे रामस्य परमात्मनः किं तु दास्यं करिष्येऽहं भक्त्या शक्त्या ह्यमायया दशग्रीवेण सन्दिष्टः शुको नाम महासुरः संस्थितो ह्यम्बरे वाक्यं सुग्रीवम् इदमब्रवीत् त्वामाह रावणो राजा भ्रातरं राक्षसाधिपः महाकुलप्रसूतस्त्वं राजासि वनचारिणां मम भ्रातृसमानस्त्वं तव नास्त्यर्थविप्लवः अहं यदहरं भार्यां राजपुत्रस्य किं तव किष्किन्धां याहि हरिभिः लङ्का शक्या न दैवतैः प्राप्तुं किं मानवैरल्पसत्त्वैर्वानरयूथपैः तं प्रापयन्तं वचनं तूर्णमुत्प्लुत्य वानराः प्रापद्यन्त तदा क्षिप्रं निहन्तुं दृढमुष्टिभिः वानरैर्हन्यमानस्तु शुको राममथाब्रवीत् न दूतान् घ्नन्ति राजेन्द्र वानरान् वारय प्रभो रामः श्रुत्वा तदा वाक्यं शुकस्य परिदेवितं मा वदिष्ठेति रामस्तान् वारयामास वानरान् पुनरम्बरमासाद्य शुकः सुग्रीवमब्रवीत् ब्रूहि राजन् दशग्रीवं किं वक्ष्यामि व्रजाम्यहम् सुग्रीव उवाच यथा वाली मम भ्राता तथा त्वं राक्षसाधम हन्तव्यस्त्वं मया यत्नात् सत्पुत्रबलवाहनः ब्रूहि मे रामचन्द्रस्य भार्यां हृत्वा क्व यास्यसि ततो रामाज्ञया धृत्वा शुकं बद्ध्वान्वरक्षयत् शार्दूलोऽपि ततः पूर्वं दृष्ट्वा कपिबलं महत् यथावत् कथयामास रावणाय स राक्षसः दीर्घचिन्तापरो भूत्वा निःश्वसन्नासमन्दिरे ततः समुद्रमावेक्ष्य रामो रक्तान्तलोचनः पश्य लक्ष्मणदुष्टोऽसौ वारिधिं मामुपागतं नाभिनन्दति दुष्टात्मा दर्शनार्थं ममानघ जानाति मानुषोऽयं मे किं करिष्यति वानरैः अद्य पश्य महाबाहो शोषयिष्यामि वारिधिं पादेनैव गमिष्यन्ति वानरा विगतज्वराः इत्युक्त्वा क्रोधतां राक्ष आरोपितधनुर्धरः तूणीराबाणमादाय कालाग्निसदृशप्रभं सन्धाय चापमाकृष्य रामो वाक्यमथाब्रवीत्। पश्यन्तु सर्वभूतानि रामस्य शरविक्रमम्, इदानीं भस्मसात् कुर्यां समुद्रं सरितां पतिम्। एवं ब्रुवति रामेतु सशैलवनकानना, चचाल वसुधाद्यौश्च दिशश्च तमसावृताः। चुक्षुभे सागरो वेलां भयाद्यो जनमत्यगात्, तिमिनक्रजशामीना प्रतप्ता परितत्रसुः। एतस्मिन्नन्तरे साक्षात् सागरो दिव्यरूपधृक्, दिव्याभरणसम्पन्नः स्वभासा भासयन् दिशः। स्वान्तस्थदिव्यरत्नानि कराभ्यां परिगृह्य सः, पादयोः पुरतः क्षिप्त्वा रामस्योपायनं बहु। दण्डवत् प्रणिपत्याह रामं रक्तान्तलोचनं, त्राहि त्राहि जगन्नाथ रामत्रैलोक्यरक्षक। जडोऽहं राम ते सृष्टः सृजता निखिलं जगत्, स्वभावमन्यथा कर्तुं कशक्तो देवनिर्मितं। स्थूलानि पञ्चभूतानि जडान्येव स्वभावतः, सृष्टानि भवतैतानि त्वदाज्ञां लङ्घयन्ति न। तामसादहमो राम भूतानि प्रभवन्ति हि, कारणानुगमात्तेषां जडत्वं तामसं स्वतः। निर्गुणस्त्वं निराकारो यदा मायागुणान् प्रभो, लीलयाङ्गीकरोषि त्वं तदा वैराजनामवान्। गुणात्मनो विराजश्च सत्त्वाद्देवा बभूविरे, रजो गुणात् प्रजेशाद्या मन्योर्भूतपतिस्तव। त्वामहं माययाच्छन्नं लीलया मानुषाकृतिं, जडबुद्धिर्जडो मूर्खः कथं जानामि निर्गुणं। दण्ड एव हि मूर्खाणां सन्मार्गप्रापकः प्रभो, भूतानामरश्रेष्ठ पशूनां लघुडो यथा। शरणं ते व्रजामीशं शरण्यं भक्तवत्सल, अभयं देहि मे राम लङ्कामार्गं ददामि ते। श्रीराम उवाच अमोघोऽयं महाबाणः कस्मिन् देशे निपात्यतां, लक्ष्यं दर्शय मे शीघ्रं बाणस्यामोघपातिनः। रामस्य वचनं श्रुत्वा करे दृष्ट्वा महाशरं, महोदधिर्महातेजा राघवं वाक्यमब्रवीत्। रामोत्तरप्रदेशे तु द्रुमकुल्य इति श्रुतः, प्रदेशस्तत्र बहवः पापात्मानो दिवानिशं। बाधन्ते मां रघुश्रेष्ठ तत्र ते पात्यतां शरः। रामेण सृष्टो बाणस्तु क्षणादाभीरमण्डलं, हत्वा पुनः समागत्य तूणीरे पूर्ववत् स्थितः। ततो ब्रवीद्रघुश्रेष्ठं सागरो विनयान्वितः, नलः सेतुं करोत्वस्मिन् जले मे विश्वकर्मणः। सुतो धीमान् समर्थोऽस्मिन् कार्ये लब्धवरो हरिः, कीर्तिं जानन्तु ते लोकाः सर्वलोकमलापहम्। इत्युक्त्वा राघवं नत्वा ययौ सिन्धुरदृश्यताम्, ततो रामस्तु सुग्रीवलक्ष्मणाभ्यां समन्वितः। नलमाज्ञापयत् शीघ्रं वानरैः सेतुबन्धने, ततोऽतिहृष्टप्लवगेन्द्रयूथपैः महानगेन्द्रप्रतिमैर्युतो नलः। बबन्ध सेतुं शतयोजनायतं सुविस्तृतं पर्वतपादपैर्दृढम् इति श्रीमध्यात्मरामायणे उमामहेश्वरसंवादे युद्धकाण्डे तृतीयः सर्गः।